I've got a couple of announcements, and then we will get into the live Q&A, and we'll be announcing the 18 and under contest, so that's very exciting. So give me just a second here. That's weird. Sorry, just one second. I apologize. Let's see. Okay, I apologize. So I am set up now, and welcome everybody. I'm glad you're all here. Sorry I had to reschedule from last night, and I am just slammed. It's just a lot of stuff that's got to get done that wasn't done while I was gone. But we did go to Homesteaders of America. Hopefully, you watched that video today. If not, I think there's some really good information in there for you that we posted today. So hopefully, you can check that out and talk to a lot of really cool people and had a lot of different ideas coming back with, which is very exciting and rejuvenating. So that's really nice. So we do have an 18 and under contest, and if you don't know what that is, just type in the YouTube search bar 18 and under contest by Myshire, and it'll show up. It'll show you everything that the kids would be getting and why we do it. But mainly, it's anyone that's 18 and under will be entered into a drawing each month. If you email me, all that information's in that video, and it's really just to encourage and promote the next generation to become more self-sufficient and know where their food is coming from and learn entrepreneur skills and so on and so on. So I find it very near and dear to our hearts doing it, and we usually announce it the first Sunday of every month. But obviously, I was out of town on Sunday, and then I had to reschedule yesterday. So we're going to do it tonight. And we've got a really good one for you. I know I keep saying this, but I guess it's just because it keeps getting more popular, which is a really cool thing. But this was a really hard month to pick from. There was like 12 to 15, and I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. So I finally just had to pick one, but there was a lot of great entries, and so I think there's going to be a lot of people that entered last month that's going to win in the months to come. So don't get discouraged. But this is what they're going to be getting. I'm just going to do a quick rundown because the video needs to be updated, but I am waiting on one other person that is going to start contributing, and so I don't want to do the video and then have to redo it again when I get that. So I'm just waiting on that one more thing, and then I'll do a new video updated. So without boring you anymore, let's get into the 18 and under contest, shall we? The winner is going to be the Home family. They are from Idaho, and it is a family of 5 children. 3 of them entered. So Oliver, Willow, and I hope I'm saying this correctly, Ileana. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But they won. So the mother emailed me why the kids won it, and then each one of the kids emailed me a written letter that was scanned in. They're going to do it as a homeschool project. They've never raised quail before, and just the letters were just the cutest. And so they won. So congratulations to the Home family. That's HOLM. And so you'll just want to text me on my phone number that is on our website. My phone number is, and I'll get your information out to all those that are contributing. And these are who is contributing. So Myshire Farm, obviously, we're shipping eggs and a candler. Wynola Ranch is sending a cage for you. Dale's Quails is sending a brooder setup. Whiskey Tango Farms is donating a heat lamp, a feeder, and a water for the brooder, a sticker, and an egg tray. Ed Got Bait, which is my moderator on here, which I'll get to in just a second, is donating a pair of scissors. Flew the Coop Farms is donating 100 pounds of feed to get started. Jesse Mills is donating a Govee. And to go with the Govee, all of you that donate on the channel are actually donating to purchase them an incubator to help get started. So typically we've been doing the Nurture Right 360. I've done a couple of reviews on different incubators, and so far I think that's The best one as far as a starter goes, especially for the kids. It's very easy to understand and operate. So all of you that donate on the channel, which is the $ in the bottom of the comment section, that is going to an incubator for them. And then a new one that I have not announced yet or shown anyway is Living Traditions Homestead. Each winner will either receive a shirt that is signed. It's a cute shirt and it says Nerdy Farm Math, or a coffee mug, also signed. So that's kind of cool. They can drink their coffee or juice or water or whatever, wear the shirt or whatever, taking care of the quail, and then we've got one more that I do not have yet, so I will not announce that. So that won't be going out this month. But the home family won all of that, so congratulations, and we will pick another winner next month. And because I wasn't on here on Sunday or on Monday, I'm going to go as quickly as I can, but I am going to read all of the comments tonight so we can kind of hang out and do a community setting. I do have a lot of things planned. I've got a lot of videos that I want to share. There's a lot of things that I learned or thought of at Homesteaders of America. Jen and I went and we spent probably about 4 to 5 hours in the car planning and talking about efficiency, time efficiency, land efficiency, business efficiency, and so I've got a lot of ideas. I think a lot of those can help you as well, and not just in the quail aspect, but overall on your farm or on your land, or even in your backyard. So hopefully we can bring you those ideas and you can kind of mix and match and decide what works best for you. So those videos are coming. I did not get to edit the Rue video, the Dean video. I did, however, she contacted me. Duke University contacted me, and they're currently finishing up the video that they're doing for us. And this video is going to be amazing. I've not seen it yet, but the topic is going to be how traits are passed down and how the body shape and the body weight determines the offspring, and eggs as well, which is very minute, which you'll be mentioning as well, but it's mainly the quail itself. So pretty much how to pass down traits in Coturnix quail. So I think that's going to be a fantastic video. I'm very excited about that. And then we've got a lot of videos coming your way. So just bear with me until I get caught up. I hopefully will be caught up by tomorrow, and then, I mean, it's obviously busy days every day, but hopefully I'll at least be back to normal by tomorrow. I did get my phone done. I did get orders organized. I did get the barn cleaned up. In fact, the only thing that I need to do is 3 of the videos that I've written down. I want to do a overall overview of Homesteaders of America as far as me telling you what I learned and some of the things that they mentioned that I thought were great ideas. So hopefully that can be passed down to you. I want to do that. I've written it down so I don't forget anything. The Rue video needs to be coming out, and then I've got 2 more videos that are in the works. So stay tuned. I've got some good stuff coming your way. Again, this is an odd night for us. We usually don't do Tuesdays, but I just could not find the time yesterday to do so, which we're going back to that efficiency. I got to get much more efficient because all I do is run around with like a chicken with its head cut off, just putting out fires everywhere I go. We're barely keeping up. So we're going to change a lot of things on the farm. I'm going to get with all the admins on Facebook as well as my admins on YouTube, which is Verna Young and Ed Got Bait. Both of them do a fantastic job. All the moderators and admins on Facebook do a fantastic job, but I've got a lot of ideas to help a lot of people start their journey with Coturnix quail or grow their journey, and I'm going to need a lot of help to do that. So I'm very excited about sharing with all of that. If you can support the channel by just hitting the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. That would be absolutely fantastic. If you want to donate, we are starting over for next month's 18 and under contest. So if you would like to donate to the 18 and under contest for an incubator for them, it's the $ in the chat section. It's either a super sticker or a super chat. Really, that's just a donation to the channel. And that will go to next month's 18 and under contest winner, which we really do want to encourage. And, our goal is to educate, encourage, and enthuse others to become more self-sufficient. And then a side goal of that is we really want to focus in on the younger generations so that it keeps going. So it's very important to us. So thank you very much for all of you that do donate. I really appreciate it. And let's get started, shall we? If you've hatched any eggs from us this week, feel free to let us know what that is, since I was not here on Sunday or Monday. And obviously, if you have any questions about Homesteaders of America, about Quailcon, which we did have a lot of great ideas that we're going to introduce to Quailcon. Anything with quail, anything that we can try to help you with, feel free to comment below and ask, and we will do our very best to help you out. Here we go. Leah is in the house. Hi, Zach. My jumbo wild eggs I got from you hatched this past weekend. Out of 30 eggs, 2 were broken on arrival. Post office took 5 days to deliver. Only 2 eggs appeared infertile at lockdown. I'm liking it so far. A total of 17 hatched. Okay, 60% of the 20 I did put in the incubator. This was my first hatch, and I'm happy with that number. Thanks. They are doing well. That is wonderful to hear. Congratulations. Let's see, 17 out of 25 jumbo. Congratulations. That's really cool. Plus, it was your first hatch, so that's a massive success. Typically, after your third hatch, you start increasing your hatch rate dramatically, which is really cool. So, congratulations and best of luck to you. But you did great. Kimberly's in the house. So excited to hatch another great batch here. Going to keep the best looking ones for egg production and breeders. Share some breeder sets with family and rest for freezer. There you go. That is awesome. Congratulations and best of luck to you. And I'm glad that you're getting the word out. That's the whole goal. Obviously, Verna Young is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Steven is in the house from Wyoming. Welcome. Carl is in the house. How many quail do you have to be NPIP certified? That was a long time ago for me. I do believe that they don't really do it until you're at 30 quail, 30 breeders, 30 hens. I do believe. But I think every state's a little bit different. But they are trying to get more information out there to everybody, to help everybody, especially with the avian influenza going on, this, that, and the other. So they might just not have a minimum anymore and just say, let's just get everybody involved so that at least, even if you don't need to use it to ship or anything like that, at least you have a resource. Bars Farms in the house from Tennessee. I was just there. Welcome. Glad you're here. Veronica's in the house from upstate New York. Welcome. Glad you're here. Let's see. Nikki James donated $20 to the 18 and under contest for next month's winner. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And as we know, it's going to a great cause. So thank you very much. Fran Crow is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Finglai, I hope I said that correctly, is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Veronica is in the house on vacation, so trying to get things done. Sent my MPIP application in today. That is awesome. Congratulations. And I've said this before, but that's why I love quail, because there's so many accomplishments along the way. It's hatching your first eggs, getting your first egg, hatching your own eggs, butchering your first meat, becoming MPIP certified, or starting the process, or selling your first eggs, or selling your first live quail, whatever the case may be. I love the fact that there's so many things to enjoy along the way. So that's really cool. Thank you very much for that. Let's see. Durlox Khan says, what is MPIP? MPIP is the Natural Poultry Improvement Plan. I do have a video on that. If you do type in the search bar on YouTube, NPIP by Myshire, it'll pull up. It'll tell you what the process is, give you the website, and kind of tell you a little bit about what they do. Typically, you need to be MPIP certified to be able to ship across or sell across state lines. But it's also an amazing resource to have, where there's very knowledgeable people there. So if there's a disease, biosecurity issues, if there's anything that you need help with, they are there for you and a great resource as well. And it's pretty inexpensive. So you definitely can check that out. Kevin Moss is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Steven says, I'm in the process of getting MPIP certified. Awesome. Congratulations. Um, Pretty much what MPIP certification is they come out to your farm. When you're first starting out, they'll usually just come out once a year. When you get more established, they'll come out twice a year. We are now at every 90 days they come out. They test for pylori, and then they test for avian influenza, and then it just makes sure that your flock or your covey for quail is safe and secure, and then you keep shipping. It's pretty much what it is, but again, it's a great resource as well. Jesse Mills is in the house. Welcome, glad you're here. Whiskey Tango Farms is in the house. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Absolutely. If we could get to 110 likes tonight, I think that would be fantastic, especially since I've not been on here very much in the past week. But we'd love to hit the like button and support the channel, so thank you very much. The Grazing Farmstead is in the house. Hello, everyone from a chilly southwest Missouri. Lots of baby quail running around here. That's wonderful to hear. Best of luck to you. And it's a nasty day out, just rainy and cloudy. But other than that, yesterday was nice. The rest of the week will be nice. And hopefully I can get caught up as quickly as possible so that I can actually get some stuff outside done before it gets nasty again. Jesse Mills says, want to say thank you to Anna Reynolds for the March 18 and under winner for a wonderful thank you letter. Absolutely. That is absolutely wonderful to hear. I love when they give us feedback. I think that's wonderful. So hopefully, Anna, you're on, and good job for doing the thank you letters. Ron 12ism is in the house from Illinois. Welcome. We're glad you're here. La Rochelle Farm is in the house. Hello, everyone. Quail Pimp is in the house from Connecticut. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Christy Tanner's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Durlox Khan says, I'm in South Carolina. Definitely interested in quail. We love quail. I think it's a great starter for any homestead or backyard. Or if you're not very familiar with starting to be self-sufficient or trying something, I think quail is an amazing start. And I think you'll love it. But we've got a bunch of videos, a bunch of Facebook groups you can check out, and I think you'll fall in love with them just like we did. Fing Lee is in the house. Welcome. Sharon Upshaw's in the house. How long with roos for eggs to be fertilized? It can start as early as 3 days. The rule of thumb, the best practice is to wait for 7 is the best practice, but it can be as early as 3 days. Stephen Fox is in the house. I am here, but fixing to have to split for band practice. Can't have a little heathen's farm without me being a heathen myself. There you go. Absolutely. Well, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. William Morse is in the house. Hello to everyone from Taylor, Michigan. Welcome. We're glad you're here. We just got a donation from Victoria, Texas. Thank you very much. That is going straight to the 18 and under contest winner for next month for an incubator. So great cause, and thank you very much. I appreciate that. Papa's Farm is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Juan Duran is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Patrick H. is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Durlox Khan says, wish that 6-tier quail battery wasn't sold out. I believe if you're talking about Wynola Ranch, I think they said that they're about 3 weeks before they put them back on. But I would have to check. I get confused with numbers a lot, so I could be wrong on that. Rita's in the house. Love living traditions. Absolutely. They were very kind to do that for us. Katrina is in the house from Gilroy, California. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Cena Renee Apartmentstead says, "Good evening, Myshire, and everyone here in the live. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Thanks for showing up. And again, if anybody has any questions about Quailcon coming up, or Homesteaders of America, or any questions about Quail, or any information, feel free to comment. We'd be happy to help you out." Christy Tanner says, "Love living traditions." Absolutely. Katrina says, "Congratulations to the winner." Absolutely. Margaret and John Hall is in the house. Hello from the Missouri Ozarks. Welcome. We're glad you're here. PJ's Family Farm is in the house. Welcome. Andrea Perry is in the house. Welcome. The Grazing Farmstead says, "Yes, Kevin and Sarah with living traditions are fantastic folk in Southwest Missouri." Absolutely. Christy Tanner says, "Congrats to the young winners of the 18 and under contest." Absolutely. Charlene White says, "Hey, Zach said 119 eggs, day 14 candled, and had 79 good eggs, 40 clear eggs. So far today, day 19, and have a hatch of 51. Day 19. Day 19. Let's go ahead. Hopefully you're still on, Charlene, and if you are, let me know. But since we're on day 19, let's try to get you a little bit better of a hatch rate. Let's go ahead and increase your temp a half a degree, increase your humidity 7%, and put a towel or a blanket around your incubator, and let it go for 2 more days. And hopefully we can get about 20 more to hatch for you. But best of luck to you. Katrina says, "That sounds like an awesome video idea, passing down traits." Yeah, from the genetics experts at Duke University. I think it's going to be a fantastic topic and a fantastic video. And then it's almost been confirmed, but as soon as we post this video, we're actually going to do a live Q&A with her, which I think is going to be fantastic as well. So I'm very excited about that. Charles is in the house. Welcome. We're glad to hear. Michael Bruce is in the house. Greetings from Quail Quest Farm. So get this, I ordered eggs from Texas Colony. They were mailed out the 29th. The 30th, they were in Denver, Colorado, 200 miles from me. Now on the 3rd, they're in California. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. I'm not very surprised. Ora Johnson's in the house. Hi, all quail lovers. Welcome. We're glad you're here. PJ's Family Farm says, "Driving, so listening in." Well, thank you very much. Hopefully you'll get something out of it. Just Saban Ironvale Homestead says, "Hello from Colorado. My jumbo started laying this week." Awesome. Congratulations. Got a couple tiny eggs, but now some of those are crazy big. I can't wait to incubate more jumbos. That is wonderful to hear. Congratulations. And that's completely normal. The first few days, the pullet eggs are going to be all over the place, kind of. And then about a week after they start laying, they start doing the same size every day. But congratulations and best of luck to you. Katrina's in the house. Baby quail are doing well. Lost 2 early on, so we have 76 now that are all doing well. That is wonderful to hear. Congratulations. Fran Crow says, "Hey Zach, how are your bees doing?" Pretty well. I'm actually going to be feeding them tomorrow, so I'll check back since I was out of town. But so far so good. So I'm very excited about that. And Fran Crow was here when we established the bees. Her husband was the one that did the videos. Sharon Upshaw says, "My 3 roos are very aggressive in a cage by themselves." If they are in a cage by themselves, if you can put maybe a blanket or a tarp or something around that and make it dark in there, that should fix the issue as far as an all-male cage goes. So that's just an idea for you. Christy Tanner says, "We had an egg-bound hen. She is doing better now, thankfully." That's wonderful to hear. Make sure that you've got a good amount of calcium in there. If you need to add some oyster shell or something like that, you might need to, or change the feed to a higher calcium. But that could have just been a fluke as well. Could have been a stress or a larger egg than normal or whatever the case may be. So I wouldn't overreact too much yet. Oh, Durlox Khan says, "I'm starting mine. A basic ABC guide would be awesome on being able to sell quail meat." There you go. Well, best of luck to you. And I do have a lot of videos that I am planning on doing, and I'm going to be sticking to a schedule and giving myself a little bit of extra time each day, as I always seem to run behind. Katrina says my baby quail are Myshire grandbabies. That is wonderful to hear. Yeah, you're doing great. 76 of them and doing well. That's wonderful to hear. Congratulations. West Broadway says Ken Petty is now started with 50 eggs candled and had 19 non-fertile, hatched 26 eggs this past Saturday and Sunday. Wonderful to hear. Congratulations, and best of luck to you on the journey of them growing up. It's pretty fast. Papa's Farm says all my kids are 25 and older. Man, I'm getting old. I understand that. Quailcon, when and where? Quailcon is a convention that we're going to have here at Myshire Farm, which is in Miamisburg, Ohio. It's September 3rd and 4th. Tickets and all of that information is on our website at myshirefarm.com. There's a tab that says Quailcon 2022. Tickets are getting sold fairly quickly, so I'm pretty excited about that. And then there's different options for like a dinner if you want to do that the first night. It's a 2-day event, but we're going to do tours of the farm, do tours of the quail barn, do Q&As. We're going to have topics that people are going to be speaking on, and a lot of fun stuff. Raffles and giveaways and vendors and a lot of more stuff coming because I'm taking a lot of ideas from Homesteaders America. So I'll be announcing those later on. But it's great, and hopefully you can check it out. We'd love to have you. So far, we've got 31 states coming, so that's pretty exciting. So 31 states are going to be represented at Quailcon, which is pretty cool. And hopefully you can make it as well. Should I file a claim against post office? Do you think my eggs are going to be okay? If they were hatched on the well, it depends on what day they were laid. You know, if they were laid same day as shipped, 30, 2, 3, 4. You got 3 more days before any issues. But if they're priority mail, they're not gonna do anything with that claim. I mean, you can try, but I'm afraid that it wouldn't work too well. But you do have 3 more days before fertility drops, and then you've got 3 days before it drops more. And really, it only drops about 5% fertility those next 3 days. So really, you've got like 6 days before it really starts affecting it. Rita says, I'm a newbie. What is Quailcon? I did just mention that from a previous question, but yeah, I'll be speaking. In fact, I decided what my topic would be. I'm very excited about it, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I think that I'm going to announce it later, but I think it's going to be a great topic that will benefit a lot of people. And then we've got Slightly Redneck, Chris Carnes coming. He'll be speaking. Whiskey Tango Farms, George, which is my helper in the barn. He's going to be talking about genetics and breeding, and he's fantastic at it. Verna Young, my moderator and admin on here, as well as Facebook groups. She'll be speaking about the basics of Coturnix quail. We're going to have a PhD expert talking about feed and nutrients and what quail need, she's the one that actually customized our feed blend that we make. They make it, but we get it. So they'll be here. MPIP will be here as well, and they'll be talking about biosecurity, avian influenza, keeping your covey and your flock safe and secure, what MPIP is, how they can help, what they test for, all kinds of really cool stuff like that. They'll be diving into biosecurity, which is pretty cool. Dale's Quails will be here, and he's going to be talking about how to build your own cages. And then we've got, we're going to have incubator raffles and vendors, and we're going to have all kinds of stuff. It's going to be fantastic. Badgerland says, our first 3 chicks that died seemed to seize. We were using tap water, city water. We changed that to purified. We lost 2 more chicks. Brooder, 1.5 inches. We covered it. Lost our 6th today. I don't think it's a water issue. I would need a lot more information, but if you're grinding your feed, a lot of people do that. Stop. Don't grind your feed for Coturnix. It's not a good idea. There's a lot of reasons why, which we will get to in a video that we'll be doing later on. But yeah, if you're grinding your feed, definitely don't do that. Also, there is a video that I did, Why Are My Chicks Dying? You can type that into the search bar and just Why Are My Chicks Dying by Myshire Farm. It gives you the top 5 reasons for chick fatality, and that might be able to help you a lot as well, but I don't think it's your water issue. Myshire Farm spreading quail generations like Genghis Khan. I guess I don't know what to say about that. Victoria, Texas says, I tried to donate, can't remember my password again. Well, you eventually figured it out, so thank you very much for your donation. I appreciate that. Joy says, hi, everyone from Western Oregon. I have eggs in lockdown. Awesome. Congratulations and best of luck to you. And if you need any help, feel free to reach out. Nikki James, again, donated $20 to the 18 and under contest. Thank you very, very much for your generosity. I really appreciate that. If you want to donate to the younger generation for the contest to get them a nice incubator, it's the $ in the comments section. We would appreciate it, and thank you very much, Nikki. Let's see. Edgar Wolf is in the house from Seattle. Welcome. How common are jumbos? Common. They're pretty common. Sure. Let's see. Joy said 74 out of 110 fertile. Not too bad. Not too bad. Best of luck. Hopefully you get 70 to hatch. Not being too greedy. Edgar Bates says, Zach, oh my God, your new puppy paws are huge. Yeah, when we went to go pick him up, the breeder brought Dad with her, and he was 209 pounds. So there's that. That's what Jenna wanted. Papa's Farm, located in central North Carolina. Welcome. We're glad you're here. The Grazing Farm says, Zach, when incubating eggs, what is the longest time we shouldn't exceed in candling eggs at lockdown, trying to increase my hatch rate? To be honest with you, I wouldn't candle. I know some people do, and that's completely okay. We do, but we wouldn't if we weren't doing a business. The best thing to do is just move them to lockdown, and then after the hatch, you can candle after that and find out, that's more of a, if you do it that way, it's not affecting the hatch rate at all. And not taking any chances, and then you still get to know what your fertility was, what your hatch what rate was, and then you can start troubleshooting from there. So that's what I would recommend, but typically the longest we keep eggs out when we candle, well, we just candled a balut today that I had take that I completely forgot about. I don't know, maybe 15 minutes for a full tray. Less than that. 12 minutes. No. Yeah. Between that and moving them, about 12 minutes is how long it takes us to do a tray at 220. A. Jones is in the house. Hi, all. Checking in from the northeast tip of Ohio. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Hit the like button, support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Charles says, ready to order eggs from Myshire. I am getting as caught up as quickly as possible. I actually will be changing the ETAs within the next week or two, which is in a good way. So I'm very excited about that. I'm starting to get a little caught up, not a lot, but a little caught up. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I'll be updating that as soon as I can find the time. Efficiency. We're going to get much more efficient. Chris Kaufman's in the house. Greetings from Chris in Sandusky, Ohio. Welcome. We're glad to hear. I've been to Sandusky, actually. I stayed there for a few days. When I was working outside the farm, I was someone that they sent in to open a store or to refurbish a store or something like that. And there was a store in Sandusky. And it was middle of winter, and man, do you guys get snow. Juan Duran says, when changing the feed on quail, do you ever see them get diarrhea? It can happen if you instantly switch. That would be normal. I recommend doing a 1 week transfer. So like if you're feeding them twice a day, you feed them in the morning, the starter grower at night, the layer, it's mixing in together for about a week, and then you can just go straight to the layer, and that should fix that issue. Or that more water issue. it's usually a feed issue. My birds are 4 weeks old, and I haven't had any luck with horizontal nipples. You could get with La Rochelle Farm. They have a YouTube channel you can check out, and I do believe he does have a video about the nipple system. He uses it. We're not big fans of it. We don't like them for quail, so I can't really help you with that, unfortunately. But he swears by him, so definitely you can check that out and see if his idea would work for you. Dusty Green says, my eggs I got from you are hatching today. Wonderful, congratulations. I got 60 eggs in the mail. One was broke, 48 went into lockdown. My incubator malfunctioned, so I had to move into my backup one, hoping for the best. Well, that's not too bad. Congratulations, and we wish you all the best. If you need anything, feel free to reach out. A. Jones says, been a while for sure. Just had hatched 2 days ago. Got 18 jumbo babies out of 20 eggs. That's awesome. Congratulations. Very cool. Great hatch rate. Let's see. Gwendolyn says, I have one chicken who will not eat except if I hand feed him. Will he ever eat on his own? Yeah, when he gets hungry enough. I'd stop doing it, put it on the ground, say you eat when you're hungry. Can't do that forever. The grazing farm said, oh, they're not talking to me. Patrick says, the kids are so excited and shocked that they were chosen. Thank you to everyone who donates to this and for believing in them. Absolutely. I'm glad that they won. It was a great email. It was great emails. It was multiple emails, and great family. And I think you guys are doing a lot of great stuff. So congratulations, and yeah, just text me later on this week and with your information, and then I will send that to all the people that are sending you stuff. We will send you the incubator first, and then when that comes in, you'll contact me, and then I'll send the eggs. Because the first month I did this, I ordered the incubator and sent the eggs at the same time, and did not work out great. Had to resend some eggs. They got there a little too fast. Fing Lai, I did not see this. You donated to the YouTube channel as well. I'm so sorry. $4. Thank you very much. That will go straight to an incubator for next month's 18 and under contest. So thank you very much for your donation. I appreciate that. Little Ridge Farm is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Rita is in the house. Rita's in the house from Wisconsin. Anyone from Wisconsin here? A couple of Wisconsinites are in the house. Is that what you call them? I don't know. Sounds right. Sounds right. Let's see. Victoria, Texas, again, donated $5 to the 18 under contest. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And so will the kids. Victoria, Texas says, I remembered it, the password. There you go. Yeah, I hate passwords. I hate them. Hong Kak is in the house from Southern California. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Neil Hare is in the house. So excited to get my hatching eggs in. Looking into building the hutch soon. Wonderful to hear. Well, best of luck to you. If you ordered from us, I will get you out as quickly as possible, but you're more than welcome to text me your order number, and I can get you an exact ETA. But I got some big things planned, so stay tuned for that. Papa's Farm says, Zach, for raising quail, what's the best size pen to keep 25 to 50 quail if you want them to be healthy and happy, also used for flighty purposes, dog training, etc. Well, if you're going to keep 25 to 50, I'm assuming you're talking about keeping 25 to 50 breeders and then hatching those out for dog training and things like that is what I'm assuming. And I you know what you get when you assume. But if that's the case, 3 quail per square foot is what we recommend that makes them happy and healthy. Make sure they've got a large feeder, if at all possible, 2 feeders in each. And then I really like the troughs from Wynola Ranch. That one trough will take care of about 50 quail in one cage, so you could easily do all that in one cage if it's big enough. And then I would probably, if you're going to do flighty, then it's, as far as flighty purposes go, you kind of need to put them in an aviary, and in that case, I do believe, I forget what she said. I don't put them in the aviary, but I do believe Jasmine said 1.5 quail per square foot in an aviary. I do believe. But I have to check. Patrick H. says, we have been telling the kids they should start a YouTube channel to help encourage young people. There you go. That's a wonderful idea. Bars Farms in the house. Welcome. Honkak says, hope everyone is doing well. Absolutely. Busy as all get out, but I guess I can't complain about being busy, right? It's better than the alternative. Uh, Witch Doctor's in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Little Ridge Farm says hello, Zach. Edgar Bate and Verna Young, along with the rest of you quail lovers. Absolutely. Welcome. We're glad you're here. And thanks for being here. Charlene White is in the house. Welcome. Veronica says, great idea, Oh, you're not talking to me. Um, Bars Farm says, I've got 85 eggs from Myshire and 65 of ours. Very cool. Best of luck to you, and hopefully you get an amazing hatch. They're in lockdown. Wonderful. You should know in a couple of days. Durlox Khan says, but if I click when it takes me... Oh. Yeah, if you click one of the links, it will take you out of the live. Yep. I will be posting this once we're done, though, so you could go back to the comments. Victoria Texas says, does anyone know if quail can eat the human edible marigold? I do not, unfortunately. I would assume they could, but I don't know for sure. I would assume. Honkak says, just put some more quail to hatch from my fresh layers. Let's see if they can produce any chicks. My last week hatch had 2 males, which had a different pattern from my usual. I'm excited to see their final color. Very cool. Maggie does not like Hank right now. Tom says, got my 60 eggs. Best of luck, Hong. I hope it goes well for you. Tom says, got my 60 eggs. A few weeks ago, put 45 in the incubator, had 32 hatch. Put 15 under one of my silkies and had 9 hatch. Couldn't be happier. Pretty cool. That's great. Congratulations. Let's see. 32 plus 9 is 41. Wow. 41, and then you would have purchased 50. And you put 15 under silkies. That's awesome. Congratulations, Tom. That's wonderful. If you're still on, if you could let me know what kind you hatched out, I would greatly appreciate it. But that's wonderful. Congratulations. Scott's, okay, so Papa's Farm says that you can right-click on a link and open a new window. Did not know that. Learn something new every day. Scott DeJong says, good evening, everyone. Just ordered my first batch of eggs from you this weekend. Can't wait. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here, and thanks for ordering with us, and I promise I will get you out as quickly as possible. Hongkak says, Victoria from Texas, yes, they can. I feed mine those tea leaves from Amazon. I just feed them chili flakes now. There you go. Thanks for sharing. Kevin Mall says, patiently waiting on my very first eggs to ever ship. I ordered golds from you. Ooh. Yeah, if you were waiting on an order and you want golds, that's not a problem. We just had a lot of golds ordered at one time. Like, I'm really behind on those. So if you would like something else, I can probably move you up on the ship list. If you want the golds, it's really not a problem at all. I will get you out as quickly as possible. But if you're wanting a shorter time, get with me and we can try to work something out as I'm getting caught up with some specific colors. And I might be able to switch that out. And some of them are feather sexable, so it might work. But if you're wanting the golds, hang in there. I will get them out as quickly as possible. I did just check the brooder room today, and I've actually got almost another full breeder cage, which ours are about 50 hens. They're growing out. That should start laying by next week. So hopefully I'll be able to start getting more golds out very quickly as well. Deluxicon says I'm on Facebook. Well, check out Newbie Quail Lovers. There's a ton of Facebook groups on there. Newbie Quail Lovers Facebook group. There's Quail Call. There's Quail in the Kitchen. There's Self-Sufficient Quail, Quail for Profit. I mean, we've started a lot of groups to help you on your journey in different aspects on what you're looking for. Sina Renee says, what could be the best way I can set up dispatching? I live in an apartment in NYC. I believe I have room for hatching and raising a small flock. It's really not too terribly messy. Juanita Fields just donated $5 to the 18 under contest. Thank you very, very much for your generosity. I know the kids will appreciate it. I appreciate it, and it's going to a great cause. So thank you very much for that. You can do it right over your sink. It really doesn't take that much. Um, Honestly, we're gonna do a butcher. We're gonna schedule butchering about 200 males probably in the next 3 weeks, 2 weeks, and I'll do a couple different videos on different ways to butcher. But honestly, the fastest, less messiest way to do it is put them over the sink and just dispatch the head. Let them drain out in the sink while the water's on. It only takes about 30 to 45 seconds, and then you skin them and you're good to go. So yeah, the kitchen would be easy. Just sterilize it. Just use the sink and maybe put a cloth down or a couple towels or something like that. Christopher says, apologies, this is an old question, but do you know about possibly leasing land to raise poultry on? I am not very familiar with it. They did talk about it at Quailcon, but they did have 2 different speaking tents at one time. So I actually left that one because another one started that I was interested in. So it is a thing, and it is doable, and a lot of people do it. I'm not familiar with it, so I wouldn't be able to share that with you. Who spoke on that? Salatin, Polyface Farm. I don't know if they have a YouTube channel. I don't think they do, but they did talk about that at Homesteaders America. So you might be able to look that up on YouTube or Google and see if they have an article or something like that. They write a ton of books, so they might even have that in one of the books that they write. It's a good question. I got a hair, right? Got it. Grazing Farmstead says, Zach, when setting new jumbo eggs in 7 weeks, should I let the eggs laid on day 1 sit for 1 day before placing the incubator to ensure the air sac is intact? No, you don't have to at all. They usually it's not a big deal, but the shipping is the issue. So no, you don't need to wait. If you are going to hold them, so when we put ours in, we hold them for a week and then put ours in, all at one time on Fridays. So, for example, today I used all the eggs in the barn except for 7. What were they? Tibetan tuxedos, I believe. I used everything but 7 Tibetan tuxedos. So they went into a tray for the incubator, and they're just going to sit on the counter for a full week. Whatever I don't collect tomorrow will go on the tray, and then on Friday we'll just put them all in. But no, you wouldn't have to worry about any of that. So if you have enough to put in the incubator on day 1, then do it. Lisa Lewis is in the house from Utah. Welcome. I just ordered some pansies from you. I can't wait. Awesome. Best of luck to you. And I will get you out as quickly as possible. David is in the house from Oklahoma. Hit by daylight savings time, so I am late. That's my story anyhow. There you go. Well, we're glad you showed up. And just like Chris from Slightly Redneck says, we don't take attendance, so we're just happy you're here. Veronica says, I need help with website development using Google right now. Good luck with that. My website is awful. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm not happy with it either. So I need to learn too. And it's just not in my wheelhouse. So we're working on it. Hong says, yikes, my chicks have been getting fed grinded adult feed. Haven't had any issues yet. Some people don't. I think it is La Rochelle Farm that grinds their feed and swears by it as well. More times than not, there's going to be issues when you grind the feed for multiple reasons. Like I said, we'll do a video on. I'd rather you hear it from the horse's mouth rather than me repeating it, especially when we're supposed to be getting together soon. So I'd rather do a video on that with them. But if I can't get them out on the farm or meet them somewhere in the next couple of weeks, then I'll just do the video on it. Our Mojo23 says, why are you keeping your topic secret? I'm not. I just would like to plan a little bit more before I announce it. I think I want to write it out, which I've got a lot of ideas in my head, so I'd rather write it out now and then come up with a good topic line. And and then I can, adjust it and reread it and make changes throughout the course of the next couple of months. So it's not going to be a secret yet. I'd like to do a little bit more thinking about it and starting writing some things out first. But I think it's going to be a great topic. Johnny B. Good says, I just got done candling and putting in lockdown my jumbo browns. 32 I wasn't sure about, but left them all in. Certain light colored shells was hard to see through, like they are chalky textured. Yeah, sometimes it's just hard to candle, and there's no problem putting them in. So best of luck to you, and hopefully you get a great hatch rate. So good luck. I can tell you about my topic. It is going to revolve around, it's all going to be tied together. But we are going to talk about business side. We are going to talk about family. We're going to talk about it's going to be multiple things that we're going to be tying in together. So I think that it can help with multiple aspects. So if you have multiple different chores on the farm, or if you've got, we all have busy lives, right? So if we can take some of these practices, some things that I mentioned to Jen, she's like, that's great. You should talk about that. I'm really big on listening to a lecture and kind of building on that with my own experiences. That's one of my strengths. So I listened to a couple things. I kind of combined that together, and then I kind of made it my own. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing. But I think that it should help a lot of people. And I will get your guys' feedback before I fully commit to it. Juanita Fields is in the house at Cracker Barrel. Welcome. We actually ate there on our trip. Hong says dispatch meaning calling. Yep, absolutely. Sink and bucket works fine. Doesn't take that much space. No, it really doesn't. I agree. S. McKee says, one of my hens is laying a brown egg and another lays a spotted brown egg. Is this normal? Yep. They just lay whatever they like to lay. Most likely that brown egg will always be brown and the spotted will always be spotted unless they're new new hens. But if they're, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 months old, then yeah, they'll always lay that color every day. Or a variation of that. Thing Lai says, I'm interested in balut, living in a state that has a lot of Asian people. I wonder if quail balut is as popular as duck or chicken balut. I wouldn't say it. Duck balut is definitely the most popular. Quail balut and chicken balut are about the same, but you can provide them with a lot more quail balut than they could get in chicken balut. So typically they like to transfer over. Witch Doctor says, Hank, the new pup. What is fur color? I love his coat. It's a blue merle. Yeah, he's cute. He's driving me crazy, but he's cute. He's a chewer, and he's loud. Christopher Fisher says, I guess a more specific version of my question is, how much land would someone need to raise a profitable flock brood, or do you know what that would be worth as a business expense, like a half acre? You don't need that much. I mean, you can make a business out of a, you could have the quail pay for themselves and a little bit of money each month if you just had a 10 by 10 shed. You really don't need a lot of space for quail at all, which is one of the amazing things about it. How to make homemade quail food. We don't do that, and there's no way we could because we have too many. There's things that you can supplement, and there's things that you can do. I'm not big on. It's not buying pig feed or not buying chicken feed or not putting your cows on grain. That stuff is doable because they can graze. Quail can't really graze. I guess if you have them in an aviary, and if that's the case, then you could just supplement their stuff. That wouldn't be a horrible idea. Um, but I did find an expert at Homesteaders of America that is really big on having the animals work for you, and so everything feeds each other. So she's looking into quail because she's never had those before, and she's going to see what she thinks. But she's the expert in that field, so we'll see what she comes up with. I never did learn how to tag people. I don't know why. I never could figure it out. Turned up temp, raised the humidity, and put a towel around the incubator, hoping for the best. Awesome. Well, obviously keep me posted, but hopefully that will help quite a bit. And we're still in the time frame where it will. So I've got a good feeling. Woman of Spirit says blessings all around, beautiful quail people. Absolutely welcome. We're glad you're here. Whiskey Tango Farm says he is. I love blue merle. Yeah. We actually weren't supposed to get a blue merle until they were born, and then the breeder sent pictures and said, I've got this, this, and this. I don't really have the one that you asked for. And Jenna said, yep, I'll take that one. So that's the one we got. Homcac says 92 peeps, hit the like button. I lost a couple, but that's okay. If you can, hit the like button, support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Mac5 says, what's the longest you can hold eggs before incubation? Looking for the burger wagon. 7 days is ideal, and then there's no effect. Between day 7 and day 10, it's about a 5% fertility drop, and then after 10 days, it starts dropping daily after that. So you could go up to 10, but you are going to lose a little bit of fertility rate. 7 days is not an issue at all. David Lister says, our jumbo white wings produce several jumbo whites, 1 white roux, and 5 hens. What can we expect to see from this small crew? Whites, browns, white wings, all 3 really. Most likely not browns. Well, eventually you would get a brown, but very unlikely. It should be whites and then white wings. How far out on order of jumbo wilds and jumbo white wings? White wings are, right now I'm about 5 weeks out on the white wings, and the jumbos are about 12 weeks. They're very, very popular. Popular. They do poop a lot. Patrick says that would be a bad sending eggs before an incubator. Yeah, I just assumed it was Amazon. They'd get there at the same time, and the incubator got delayed, and so they had a good breakfast on me. Driftless Outdoor says, received my Myshire eggs on Wednesday. 1 broke, which appears to have been a double yolker. Probably wouldn't have hatched anyways, correct? It would be less likely. Yep, absolutely. And that's why we send a couple extra. But best of luck to you. Keep me posted, and hopefully you get a great hatch. The Grazing Farmstead says, Zach, you were right on the aviary square foot. There you go. What is the ideal temperature for quail? As far as like breeders go, it doesn't matter. They can do whatever they want to do. Yeah, I mean, there's people that have them uninsulated, insulated. They have them inside, outside, Texas, Alaska, Florida, Ohio, Maine, everywhere. So they adapt very well to temperatures. Is there an FDA approval for selling to restaurants and markets? It varies per state. Usually you need USDA. I don't know of any states that require FDA. Usually you need USDA. But again, every state's different. 78 likes so far. Let's get them to 110. Absolutely. We only need 20 more. So hit the like button, support the channel. I'd appreciate it. Victoria, Texas says, a restaurant buyer always pays for your license in the contract. There you go. For example, what we do, all we need is an egg producer's license, which is literally $20 a year for certification. They come out once, they check your they check your, you need a 3-bay sink, they check the section where you're going to be producing the eggs, and then you pay like a $20 fee, and then you just renew it every year. But again, every state's different. And usually you have to have insurance, business insurance. How do you calm down a skittish quail? It's a good question. Usually if you can give them like a heads up. So like for example, if we want to go into the brooder room, usually we turn the light on, leave, go do something out, and then we kind of, I don't want to say, we kind of train them where they know that when the light goes on in about 3 to 5 minutes, somebody will be coming up. So that's one way. Tom says, I got the mixed colored. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. That's a great hatch. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. Katrina says, Zach, thank you for encouraging me and everyone. When you did your goals video in November, I made goals for the year and it has helped me tremendously. I made a goal of having 200 subscribers to my YouTube channel, So and Tear, by the end of 22, and I have 199 now at the beginning of May. I love helping people and sharing information. I made many goals and all are going in the right direction. That's wonderful to hear. Congratulations. That's great. Congratulations. That's awesome. That is really, really cool. Yeah, and you're doing great. You've got some good topics on there as well. Thank you. It's funny, I did not think about the sink, but I will be here for the future videos. There you go. Yeah, and it's just, we're going to do one with skinning and one with not skinning and, different ways to dispatch. It's not going to be, they're not going to be pretty videos, but they're going to be useful videos. As McKee says, the hens are laying brown eggs, are 6 months old and color brown, or only showed up about 2 weeks ago. That's usually after a molt, so I don't think the egg color will change now, again. Neil says, what should we look for when buying quail food? Many stores don't really have experts, Yeah, absolutely. They're not very picky, but what I would recommend is go to the top of the YouTube search bar, type in feed by Myshire Farm, and then there's a video that will pop up that has a Klombach bag as the picture. And we did that video, and pretty much it shows you what we feed, what we use to customize our feed, the ingredients and the percentages, and what the experts told us was important for quail. That you can kind of take in and kind of compare what would work best for that. Purple Schooly Girls in the house, welcome. We're glad you're here. Hong says, never knew there was a chick starter. It's the game bird turkey. Yep. Mix, sometimes I feed them chick starter when I hatch chicks. Absolutely. Victoria, Texas says, I'm using Purina game bird. Can't ETTS, hot weather, cannibalism, etc. cannot feed to males. Interesting. For Bloot, there's people who are scared of the size. Chicken is more doable. Quail is a perfect snack size. Absolutely. 100% agree. Father Figure says Rosetta's starting hatching yesterday, 18 out of 24 so far. That is awesome. And you're just on day 2 of lockdown. That's wonderful. Congratulations. Very cool. Keep me posted, but you might get a fantastic, well, you already have a fantastic hatch. That's great. Congratulations. Woman of Spirit says, I know this is really weird, but will males try to mate other males? Yes. If not, then I have a hen with super light 5 spots on breast area. No, males will show dominance. Or if you have an all-male cage, then they can do that too. I did that and it didn't work. I've tried it numerous times. I think I was on Slightly Redneck's channel and I wanted to tag someone and I put at, and then I put their name and no spaces, and then I did spaces, and then I put their name with an at. I mean, I tried all kinds of. It won't work for me. I don't know what I did. Our quail barn is 12 by 8, and we have a profitable business. We're on 9.97 acres. Definitely want more for other homesteading reasons someday, but it's totally doable. There you go. Which is same size as a 10 by 10, so there you go. Harpy's in the house from Australia. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Very cool. Uh, Harpy says, how long do birds remain fertilized after removing a male from an enclosure? I don't use them anytime after 3 days. And if I do pull males out, we don't ship eggs after that. But if I'm pulling males out and putting new males in and it takes me a day or two, typically I'll just put those in for me because I'm kind of picky at that. But 3 days is really not a big deal. Sometimes it could be a little bit longer, but rule of thumb, best practice would be 3 days. Gordon says, question, what is the minimum height of a cage for jumbo? I like, for the height, 8 inches. Minimum is what I like. I ordered 50 from Myshire, should be shipped May 21st. Awesome. Best of luck to you. And I will get those out to you as quickly as possible. Well, I guess I'll get them out to you on May 21st. Katrina says, OMG, you guys are the best. I'm up to 201. Hope everyone enjoys. Awesome. Congratulations. Very cool. Michael Bruce says, I'm in a non-quail area. Do you think it would be wise to raise jumbos and SSEs? I'm starting with jumbo browns. Definitely. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I don't think there's anything wrong with the SSEs. I guess it depends on what you're doing. Just reading the comment made me think that you were going to try to start selling some. If that's the case, then I think it would be better to do like mixed instead of SSEs, just because a lot of people, like I did a video on Quail for Profit playlist, which you could check out, but if you're selling chicks or even adults, a lot of people just like the color variety, a mix of colors, and they all get along just fine. And then you've got the jumbos for the size. Not that there's anything wrong with the SSCs. That's how we started, is jumbos and SSCs, and then we grew from there. So that's not a bad way to do it. But I think that you would get a little bit more traction if you had a variety of colors from like a mix set. Thrisha Jimmy says, I ordered 50 from you guys. I'm very excited to get started. Thank you for the amazing resources and support. Not a problem. Thanks for your patience and understanding. I know that we are very behind, but I'm working on it every day, I promise. But good luck to you. I'm glad you're getting started. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'd be happy to help. Toast says, what do you do to keep birds cool in the summer? I have no indoor location. However, they are shaded. We get temps over 100. They'll be just fine. It's not a problem at all. Typically, they don't need any, circulation or fan if they're outside until about 120, 125, 130 degrees. So that won't be a problem there at all. We get around 95 to 105 during the hottest part of summer, and they're inside. I mean, we do have good ventilation, but they do fine, no problems. And we've had them inside, outside, insulated, uninsulated. It really doesn't bother them. You can talk to your quail before they see you. There you go. If they hear you coming, they won't be as startled. That's a great idea. Feeble Farmer says, Zach, I am having an issue with my incubator staying at temp. I have 48 eggs in there. Runs between 98.5 and 101, depending on night temps. It's in a shed with heat now. 5, 6 is locked down. Any suggestions? Yeah, just insulate it. Put a big... I would try to find a quilt or a very heavy blanket instead of a towel in this manner, since it's in a did you say a shed? Yeah, in a shed. So I would use like a thick blanket or a quilt, wrap it around there. It'll help insulate the incubator and not let the heat out, and then it'll stabilize the temp for you. Harpy says, I have issues with fighting not males on males, but females bullying males with a ratio of 1 to 5. Yeah, so if you actually take them all out, put them in a small, very small box with no light, cover them up completely, make sure there's air holes, but cover them up completely. Leave them in there for about 2 hours, put them back in the cage, all should be good. Fing Lee says, do you have a video on of what requirements that are needed for raising quail for profit? Example, you said the 3-bay sink is required for an egg license. What else is needed? It's not a bad idea to do that video. It's just kind of different for everybody. You really don't need that much. If you're going to get an egg producer's, again, here's the thing. Every state is a little bit different. So it's really hard to say. I mean, I could do one for Ohio, but every state's a little bit different. But really, you don't necessarily need a 3-bay sink. I mean, we didn't have a 3-bay sink until we bought that. I mean, for the small egg producer's license, we had to move them. We had to put a section in our kitchen, which was not a 3-bay sink, but because it was away from the actual birds themselves and it was in a clean, sterile environment, they let it go. Now that the 3-bay sink is in our barn, so we would have to have a 3-bay sink, but we do. So, cages, a brooder or 2. That's about it. Like, you don't really need that much. It's a great idea. Great idea. We purchased jumbo wilds and whites locally, ended up with 2 white males and had to separate the one that was beat up. We hatched some 3-week-olds. We hatched some 3 weeks ago. Can we add them to a cage and add the healed male? If they're only 3 weeks old, typically I don't like to add new quail to an existing quail until they're at least 6 weeks old. Is a good rule of thumb. Typically, the 3 weeks old are going to kind of get beat up, unfortunately. Psycho Ward 360's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Vicky Kenton is in the house. Says, we modified our hatching time watering system with those new float cups you featured. They overflow and drain the water bucket, so I ordered a 4-tier Wynola Myshire community stacker. Very cool. We modified our hatching time watering system with those new float cups you featured. They overflow and drain the water bucket. The little red cups with the yellow thing in it? I've not had that issue. Let me know if that's what you're talking about. The red cups with the yellow float valve in it. I think you're really going to like the Wynola community stacker, though. I think you're going to like that a lot. But let me know what happened with that. I'd like to know. Zach, no space after the @ start typing, and when the name comes up, press tab. I'll try it again. I hate computers. Oh, I was expecting to see the highlight. So maybe I've been doing it this whole time and I just didn't know. Okay. Never mind. I knew how to do it. I just didn't know I was doing it. Let's see. Christopher says, wow, after listening, reading, y'all got me thinking I have too much land, LOL, so would anyone be interested in leasing some Arizona bird space? There you go. Yeah, you really don't need that much, which is what's wonderful about quail. Hongkak says, looking forward to the dispatch videos. My mom always requests for skin to be on, but their skin is so soft and tears when removing feathers. It can sometimes, absolutely. And we'll talk about temperatures, and I do it 2 different ways. I'd have to look. I can't remember. I haven't butchered for a while. I think it's 165. No, it's not. 155. Oh, God. I can't remember. Anyways, whatever temperature it's supposed to be, which is in my book that I'd have to review before I do it, obviously. Typically, because you have to keep that temperature running. Usually I let it go out and then I do it a time frame, and that helps. But I'll give you all the examples. It is 130. You're right. It is 130. 165 chickens. I switched to the water weighted chicken cups without a tongue depress. Also have the trough waters. I love the trough waters. Love those. Sunrays Homesteaders in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. 83 watching, but only 63 likes. We got 89 watching with 113 likes. I need 7 more to hit the goal. So hit the like button, support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Love your incubator review videos and other videos. Which incubator would you recommend for a pretty warm environment? If you're just starting out, I think that I really like the Nurturite 360. The Little Giant is affordable, can hold a lot of quail eggs. You will probably need to insulate it. You'll have to modify it a little bit, but I think that it could be a good little incubator for you as well. Chris from Slightly Redneck has used the same Little Giant for like 9 years and gets great hatch rates from it. So it's definitely doable. I like that one for the affordability factor. Carissa and Cole's in the house, so late but here. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. Click the like. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. S. McKee says, I just had 33 of 45 chicks hatched from my own birds 4 days ago. Awesome. Congratulations. All but one doing good. One had splay leg, called it. Unfortunately, that does happen every once in a while. But that's great hatch. Congratulations, especially for your own birds. That's super exciting. Papa's Farm says, give him more likes than 110 likes. Like Zach says, it's just good practice to do more. LOL. There you go. Gordon Kane says the overflow situation could be a quail sitting in the water cup. I saw that on another channel. It could be. That's why we kind of put that cage so they can't really get in there. That could be it. Let's see. Louis says, have you tested out Brencia incubators? I have not yet. George used to have one, and he swears by it. And then Living Traditions loves theirs. So those are two, people I really, really trust. So I'm sure they're great. We will eventually be doing an incubator review on them. So we'll check that out. 160-acre homesteads in the house. As long as I keep the 1 male, 5 females, how many quail is a good amount per cage? I have 6 feet long cages. Well, I would need to know your width as well, but it's 3 quail per square foot. So, if it's 6 foot long and, 2 foot wide, that's 12 feet. So 12 times 3 is 36. Baby Yoda the trucker says, I'm new. I'm starting a duck farm. Very cool. Congratulations. We've got some ducks, but definitely not a farm. They're more of a homestead kind of thing. Very cool. That's very cool. Congratulations. 160-acre homestead says I can split the cage also if needed. There you go. I like the community cages. I'm hoping to do a video on that as well. But I like the community cages for what we're doing. 6 feet wide, 2 feet deep. There you go. Hey, look at me. Oops. I fixed the splay leg with Band-Aid. My duck is walking in. Yeah, and you can do that. With splay leg, you can, I've seen people use Band-Aids. I've seen people do rubber bands. I've seen people do shot glasses. It doesn't take that long, and usually you can fix it. So that's a great idea. Thank you very much. Woman of Spirit says, I have the little red cups with the yellow piece in the middle of the watering cup overflowing, so I sat back and watched one of the males stands in. There you go. Yeah, we had to make those little cages. I don't know if you saw our video. Well, you said you saw it from the video. That's why we put that little cage on there. They can't fit in there. so they can only fit their head in, which we thought about. And another good idea, if you were going to use those cups, was to put a big piece of PVC tubing around it so that they can't get on top, or on, on top of it and let it drain out or poop in it or whatever the case may be. So, the PVC just gets attached to the wall or whatever, the cage, it comes out, and then they have to put their head in just to get the water. We didn't do that. We went the cage route, but that could have been an option as well. Feeble Farmers in the house, welcome, glad you're here. And I don't think I said, maybe I did. I think I responded to Baby Yoda the trucker. But welcome, we're glad you're here as well. Dusty Green says, just check the incubator. There are 9 out of the egg. 14, that will be very soon. Today is day 17, so I think things are looking good. Absolutely, congratulations. And yeah, you are well on your way. You're right where you should be. That's wonderful. Congratulations. S. McKee says, I have a little giant incubator and have great hatches with it. It is now on loan to a friend who is hatching guinea chicks. There you go. I think that's one thing we won't have on the farm. I'm not a big fan of guineas. But to each its own. There's nothing wrong with them. And they're good protectors, so it's not a bad idea. I've got some big dogs, though. Let's see. How do you organize, prioritize your YouTube video ideas? There's so many. That's a great question, and it's mainly a time thing. What do I have time to do? But I am going to do a lot of videos on efficiency. I don't know if you guys will be interested in that at all, but we are going to, I've got 4 ideas for efficiency in the barn, 3 ideas for efficiency for the business itself in general, and then Jen and I have probably, gosh, I don't know. There's probably a list of 30 to 35 things that we're going to be starting to do differently on the farm, to just be overall efficient, time and land efficient. So there's a lot of changes that we're going to be doing at Myshire Farm, a lot. What temperature fluctuation range is okay for good hatch rates? Typically 1 degree. So the best ideal the entire time temp is 99.5. And you can range between 99 and 100, and there's really no effect. Once you go below 99 or above 100, that's when you start having issues. So 1 degree would be the answer. Half a degree, one way or the other. Zach, that sounds like you would be daring the chicks. They would likely find a way. That's true. That's true. Efficiency improvement ideas are always welcome. There you go. I seen Jen in the video. I'm happy now. There you go. Yeah, we talked about it, and I said, Jenna, I think that's what we're missing. I said, I think that we would just skyrocket if you just did some videos, because I said, you're better than me, So if you did the videos, I think they would be like, we don't want to see Zach anymore. And she's like, well, I don't think that's true, but I said, well, it is true. She goes, well, I don't want to do the videos like you do them. I said, well, do them however you want. She goes, no, I don't want to spend all that time on the videos. And I said, oh, I see. So I got her to do this video, and hopefully, maybe I'll be able to, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Miss Kitty says, what is SSE? I'm assuming you mean SSC. Maybe you just auto-corrected or something. Somebody asked about SSCs earlier. If that's the case, it's the Schofield Silver Collection, and that is pretty much just a variety of silvers that hatch out. Can outdoor cages have wire on all 4 sides, or do 1 or more sides need to be solid to block the wind? That's not a bad idea. I kind of like the idea of having 2 sides solid if they're going to be outside, but a lot of people don't. They have Winola cages, they've got Dale's Quail cages, they've got, I've seen a couple with hatching time cages outside, and they don't have anything on the side, so you wouldn't have to. If you're building one, I think it's a good idea. That's a great question. It's a great question. Who asked that? Brian Harvey, great question, man. What is the male to female cage ratio? I prefer 5 to 1. 5 hens to 1 male. We've experimented a lot with that. We did 1 to 1 all the way up to, God, I don't remember, 8 to 1, 9 to 1, 10 to 1, 1, 2, 3. I think it was 8 to 1. I don't remember. Anyways, we experimented a lot, and what we found out was 5 to 1 was the great ratio for them to be happy, have enough room, be productive, and pretty much max out the production aspect of it, and stay happy and healthy. First live chat, Megan P. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Welcome. Hi. What about humidity fluctuations during our first run with our Nurture Right 360 with chicken eggs, and the humidity keeps tanking overnight? Well, you could wrap a towel around it, and that might help keep some humidity in. That might help a little bit. During the incubation process, humidity is really not that big of a deal. I'd rather you dry hatch and just let whatever the room humidity is be what the incubation process is, then it fluctuate that much. And then at lockdown, you just bump it up massively. So you could do that. It's not as drastic as the temp. The temp is very, very important. Megan P says that temp is wrong on it. Did you test it first? Absolutely. Make sure that you get a good thermometer, hygrometer to double check what's the incubator is testing. I recommend the Govee. It's on our Amazon store, but you can buy it on Amazon or eBay or anywhere like that. But I really like the Govees, and they're pretty cheap. Carissa and Cole says gonna go watch the Quail math right after this. Good info. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. TWD Farm says, anyone know the best way to keep the flies down? Circulation, doing the poop trays as often as possible. Circulation. Yep, circulation. And the fly, what is it? You like hang it and then you just bring it down and it rolls. That works awesome. Ordered 3 weeks ago, 25 mixed batch. Can't wait to get started. Thanks for all the great info, Myshire Farm. It's great when a seller has great info to be successful. Great practice, Myshire Farm. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And if you ordered 30 mix, you should actually be going out next week or two. I'm getting fairly caught up, so good luck. Michael says, good night to all. Have a great week. You as well. Thank you very much. Salvador Santiago's in the house. Hello, Zach and everyone from Puerto Rico. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Vicky Kenton says, can you hatch quail eggs under a duck? Not that I'm aware of. The only things that work well for that would be silkies or possibly bantams in an outdoor nest with duck eggs. Northern California, someone picked up from me to put under their duck. I don't think that would work well. Maybe. I don't think so, though. Loretta X3. I hope I said that correctly. I probably butchered it, though. I just hatched 57 of 69 eggs for my quail 6 days ago. Congratulations. That's awesome. 12 ended up with splay legs. I used the non-slip paper that came with my GQF incubator. Is it normal to have so many with splay legs? Yeah, that paper is not good. We tried it as well and had a huge issue. Put blue automotive paper towels down and you'll eliminate that issue altogether. But that I don't know, that paper that they sent is really for like chicken chicks, which their legs are a little bit stronger and support more. The quail, it did not work well at all. So switch that out and you shouldn't have an issue going forward. Witch Doctor says our flies are already swarming like a zombie apocalypse. I actually haven't. Oh, I'm not saying it. I'm not going to say it. But I think I found a solution. I'll update in the group if it works. There you go. Your jumbo whites we ordered as eggs have gotten huge, over 380 grams. Yeah, I'm really happy with our whites. We've really been working on those for about 1.5 years now, and they are growing exponentially. Very happy with those. Gregory is in the house. Of the 120 eggs you sent, 77 hatched. There could have been 22 more, but was having a little bit of trouble with humidity at times. That's still a great hatch. Congratulations. Good fertility, but great hatch. And you know what you can fix for next time. So that's great. Congratulations. 77 out of 110. Did you tell me what kind? If you're still on, Gregory, if you could tell me what kind you ordered, I'd greatly appreciate that to write down. But great hatch rate tonight, everybody. Congratulations. Again, the best thing to use for the tray liner would be blue automotive paper towels. They're also on our Amazon store you can purchase, and that's what we use, and no issues at all. Nate Bryan says, if the incubator is set at 99.5 and the Govia is showing 99, what should you do? Increase the incubator temp to 100 degrees. Trust the Govia. Good question. Does DE help with the flies? No. Good question, but no, it does not. Can you keep female egg producers without a male, or would it affect their egg numbers? Nope, it won't affect their egg numbers at all, and that wouldn't be a problem. The Grazing Farmstead says, regarding flies, consider using predator flies in your poop pile. It works if you start early. I also use fly traps. There you go. Or Johnson says, thank you, Zach, and everyone with great questions. Good tonight. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Go Big says, wait, today is not the weekend. I have a broody quail, gave her 9 eggs. You think that's too many? Nine's a lot, but I would not be the one to ask. I would ask Katrina. She's on here. I would ask her. She has quite a bit of experience with it. I feel like 9 would be a lot, but I don't know. I do not know the answer. TWD Farm says, we butchered our first quail today. Awesome. Congratulations. From our Myshire eggs from February. Grilled some, fried some. Both were very good. That is wonderful to hear. Congratulations. That's a huge accomplishment. So that's wonderful. Thank you for letting me know. Robert says, my eggs are on their way. Awesome. I think you were shipped today. I remember the name. So best of luck to you. Gregory says, I ordered the colored mix. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. RMojo23 says, if looking at efficiency, I learned a lot by watching fast cap videos on lean. It's a business practice. There you go. You talked about getting caught up some. What is the current weight for jumbo? We ordered a few weeks ago and want to make sure we are prepared. For jumbo wilds, I'm 12 weeks out. For the jumbo whites and the jumbo Egyptians, I'm almost to 4 weeks, and the white wings are about 5. But that's significant considering we were all at 10 to 12 weeks just 2 weeks ago. So I'm making good progress, and all of our new grow outs started laying, and they weighed very well, and they're laying very well, so that's helping a lot as well. Gregory says, will you have pictures of quail chicks of the various breeds on your website at some point? Yep, at some point. Yep. Don't know when, but one day, I promise. It'll happen, I promise. Katrina says, how do the emus like their temporary home? They like it a lot. They're very happy out there, and it looks kind of cool because the grass is really high. They're starting to eat it down, but the grass is really high, and then the aviary has been fixed. So it kind of looks like a jungle, like Jurassic Park kind of. So it's going to kind of be annoying to move them, but they're cool. Carissa and Cole says, our quail poo goes straight to the compost pile and gets covered with leaves and chicken scraps. The flies go away pretty quick once covered. I didn't think the DE helped. There you go. Thomas says, I just got into quail. I'm planning on putting them into a greenhouse. Good idea. I live in the South U.S. I'm worried about the heat exhaustion killing the flock during the summer months. Should I be worried? It could get really hot in there. I would definitely make sure that they can get some shade during the summer, and I don't think it would be a horrible idea to put a fan in there. The Journey says, my Myshire eggs are hatching as we speak here in New Orleans, Louisiana. We are at 50% and climbing on our hatch rate with more pipping out. Wonderful to hear. Congratulations. And obviously keep me posted on the final hatch, but great job. Freedom Quail Farm says, I have a friend that would like to create jumbo Rosetta Celadons. Do you believe that is possible? I feel like they would have a lot of health issues. I don't think they would have a lot of health issues. I think Rosetta Celadons is one thing. Getting Rosettas to jumbo weight and keeping them generation after generation after generation on jumbo weight is very, very difficult. But if you're going to raise Celadons, you can't be as picky with the weight is the problem, because you only have so many. So it's going to be an uphill battle, but it's not undoable. It's doable. It's going to be a long process. To make that happen, you're looking at, well, you would do the Rosetta Celadons first to breed true, and then you would do the size. So to breed Rosettas true to Celadons, you're looking at a year and a half. Jumbo weight, you can get them up there fairly quickly, but then they're going to lose the weight on third generation. So you got to start. It would probably be about a 3-year process, give or take. I mean, I could be wrong. Any emu eggs since separating them from the pigs? No, not yet. Oh, no. I haven't been out there, but I'm sure Jen and the kids would have seen them. I haven't been out there though. But no, not yet. And it's pretty much almost their end of season. There are feed mixes that alleviate heat stress. There you go. You can just have Papa build another aviary. No more aviaries. Took me a huge amount of time to just figure out how to use that one. We're going to simplify a lot of things around here. Alonzo World Aqua says, I have a question. New to line breeding, trying to understand terms. If I have started with a trio, who's first generation? If I breed them again, is that still first generation or second? Well, that would be first gen. And then the offspring to your trio would be second gen. Gregory says, I sold my first quail eggs last week, and the people want 6 more dozen. I was wondering how far out you are to shipping the cartons I ordered last week. I just did that order. So you'll go out this week. But I literally just put it on there because I didn't take my tablet or anything with me. So I just finished getting all the orders organized just a little bit ago. So you're actually already marked to print the label. Yeah, and some people love the Purina game bird. I don't like it. I've never used it. Let me rephrase that. I've never used it. I know a lot of my customers that have had feed issues. They've switched out of the Purina and didn't have those issues anymore. But I've not had that experience. I'm not too sure, but I just don't like it. Katie Elmer says, Myshire tuxedo eggs went into lockdown today. Candled, 22 out of 29. 30-cent, 1 broken transit. 22 out of 29 fertile. That's great. Congratulations. And what is the 25% of each side? Then what happens after that? What? I don't know what you mean by that. I'm sorry. Sometimes, oh, you're not talking to me. Do you know how much weight a balut gains from egg until ready? Example, does a 12-ounce egg produce a 15-ounce balut? That's a great question, and I don't know if I've ever actually weighed them. I don't know the answer to that. I don't think I've ever weighed them. They obviously have to grow. I mean, you got a full chicken there. It's a good question. I just do not have an answer for that. It's a great question. Tina says, after hatching, how long before they start laying eggs? Typically between, I'm going to say 6 to 8 weeks, but some start laying as early as 5. But 6 to 8 weeks typically. And is it different from jumbo and regular quail? Nope. Nope. They're the same, just bigger. Victoria, Texas says it gets hot being 100 down the coast from Houston in the Texas summer. There you go. Heather says, have you ever forgot to start the turner for the first 3 days, then reset it to turning again? Do you think they will be okay? Yep, they'll be fine. I've done that God knows how many times. So yeah, not a problem at all. Recommendation for scale to weigh quail. We do have a recommendation on our Amazon store. Yep. I don't know it off the top of my head, the brand or whatever. But the one that's on there is the one we use, and we've used it for 7-8 years. Baby Yoda the trucker says, if I want to start with largest and best, which one? Well, the largest and best for quail is jumbo wilds. The jumbo whites would be second. They're a very close second. And then the jumbo sex links, and then the jumbo Egyptians, and then the jumbo white wings. A lot of options. A lot of options. I don't think you can go wrong. And the smaller the quail, the more they'll produce for you, so there's really not a wrong answer, to be honest. Honkak says, when chicks pip and can't hatch, does that mean my humidity was messed up? Yep, that means the humidity was a little too low. You need to soften the egg a little bit more so that they can break out. Yep. Let's see. S. McKee says the chicks do not gain weight when in the egg. They can only use the yolk for food. You would still have to gain. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I would still think that the egg would weigh a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I mean, I like the theory that you have. I mean, I like the, I don't know. I don't know the answer. It's a good question. The Facebook pages were newbie quail lovers. The quail call. Quail call is like a step above for newbies that have been, a little bit more advanced. The self-sufficient quail, and that's more of how to raise them more self-sufficient use. Quail for profit, if you're going to try to sell some. Quail in the kitchen, which is recipes being shared by everybody. I think that's it. Hope I don't forget any. Let's see. I'd attach a picture of the sack label number if I could. I'm easy to find and it's easy to farm ranch supplies to get you. There you go. Do you leave the Goby in the incubator all the time or just to calibrate? Nope, I leave it in there at all times. Alonzo World Aqua says you have a 50-50 traits, then you breed father to daughter. It moves to 3/4 as you breed. It goes down to 25%. Some people bring new line. Question is, what do you do from there? How do you know it's 25%? I don't line breed. So I'm not super experienced with it. We have done it before. I like a different method of how we do it now, and we're going to give some information out at Quailcon. There's going to be a lot of things that I'm just not comfortable with sharing. We're doing it on a very large scale, if you will. And so we've just found our little way to do it, and it works great for us. The way we do it, you wouldn't be able to do at a small scale. So I don't really line breed. I could give you that answer, but I'm not 100%. I'd rather not give you wrong information or partial information. If you want to get with me, I can send you some people that are really good with line breeding, and I can get you in contact with them or give you their information. I'd rather send you to somebody that actually does line breed than me. Rochelle Farm says, Zach, how are you on Rosetta? I'd have to look. Initial answer would be about 2 weeks, but I would actually have to look. Um, because I didn't write down any orders Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, because I was gone, and then yesterday I was in the barn all day. So I just did all that, and so I'd have to get very familiar with it again, which I will be by tomorrow or the next day. Um, what is the deal with Purina Game Starter? And I don't know. And a lot of people use it. It's very popular. I don't know if there's anything wrong with it. It could be that they were grinding. I'm not a big fan of grinding. It could have been that it was just a bad batch of feed. It could be that the bag was old. It could be that I don't know. I don't know. I just for some reason it's always been that brand, but maybe that's just the most popular brand and there's something else wrong. That could be easily the answer. I will message you after this. Hopefully we can get more in depth on beginner topics, ABCs for quail. We do have new to quail and what you need to know playlist on the YouTube channel. That could definitely help you out, and that's kind of like the beginner course. La Rochelle Farms, is there any reason why the GQF recommends 100? No, I don't know why, but ours is set at 100. We never did change it. Works fine for us. But we're also in the barn and it fluctuates a little bit. I can't clock them. I'm on my phone, so we'll. Oh, I don't think you're talking to me. So many links. Will those be down in the comments after the live? Yes, they will. Yeah, and we're actually going to be getting rid of all the links. I've got some really big ideas for videos, for lives, for this, that, and the other. And so we'll actually be changing our entire format in the next couple of weeks. Karen McAllister says, I use a scale I got off Amazon, plus I use an old big round cricket cage. Take out the white insert sleeve. I made a wire top out of a box wire. It works great. There you go. Very cool. Very innovative. Papa's Farm says, for anyone who did, do you contact for setting up a website for quail sales once certified? I mean, it's an investment. At some point, yeah. Are you still selling Incubrate candlers? Yeah, they are. They're on the website. Yep. What is the name brand of this hygrometer he uses? It's the Govee, Govee. And that looks like all of the comments. So, I don't know how long it was. 107, so 612, almost 2 hours. But we didn't do one Sunday or Monday, so I figured it'd be a little long. Plus, I read all the comments, so that's not too bad. I think we had a good time. We answered a lot of questions. We will be back on schedule, so Sunday we'll be back for our long community session, and then Monday we'll do our rapid fire, so we'll be back on track with all that. I've got a lot of stuff in store. I don't know if I'll actually do it this week. This week is more of a catch-up week, but Sunday starts our brand new system here. And I'll be doing a lot of videos showing you our new system. I might, not everything can be changed overnight, so I might show you, the system now, and, well, I don't know. It's hard for me to remember to do videos sometimes. Like, I get in that mindset where it's like, this needs done, and this needs done, and this needs done, and then I do it and go, that would have been a great video. So, we'll see. Not committing to that. If you don't recommend Purina, what premix brands do you recommend? See, and that's the problem. I don't know because I go to a local feed store. So, I think I misspoke. I don't think Purina is a very, very large, popular brand. I don't think there's something wrong with it. I just think that it's bulk, it's a very popular feed, and so there is a chance every once in a while to get a bad batch or an old batch that was sitting in the warehouse. That was probably it. I don't know. I don't know what it is. They changed feeds to something else, and then they didn't have issues anymore. And it's not been 1, 2, 3 customers. It's been 30 or 40. But with how many I talk to, I literally respond to at least between email, phone, Myshire messages, Instagram messages, texts, um, voicemails, whatever, about 140 a day. So if I'm talking in the past 11 years, 40 people, it's not that many. So most likely, a lot of people use it. Most likely it was, they had bought it and it was old, or it got rained on, or it could have gotten moldy, or there's a lot of, I probably shouldn't have said that. I apologize. Strike that from the record. And I'll probably do a research on it. I think that would be a good idea. I think that'd be a great video. So I'll put that on my list. Thanks for all the great information conversation. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. The kids are wondering what brand of quail feed is coming for them. It's actually a custom blend. Flew the Coop Farms took our video, showed it to their local feed store. They are now making our blend for them, and that's what you're getting. So you're actually getting what we get, just from another supplier. Papa's Farm says 136 likes. Very cool. Thank you very much. We hit our goal. Thank you very much, Woman Spirit. Glad you're here. April Holmes says I had to step away. I'm sorry. Not a problem. Glad you're here. Witch Doctor is in the house. David Lister is in the house. Welcome all. It's a Govee hygrometer, so it's a G instead of a D. It's a thermometer hygrometer. It's a combo. Yeah, see, a lot of people use Perino. I think I misspoke. I shouldn't have said that. La Rochelle Farm says, have a good week, everyone. You as well. Thank you all, and have a great week. And thank you, Zach, Myshire Farm, Verna, Ed Got Bait. Thank you very much. I think that is all. That is all the comments. Thank you very much. Guys, I appreciate you. I'm glad you're here. And I got a lot of stuff planned. I mean, we're changing the game here. I am refocused. So a lot of things coming your way. I'm really excited about it. So we will see you. All right, one more comment. I'm actually switching over to Klondike because they have game bird starter that is actually ground smaller compared to turkey game bird starter. There you go. That's what we use is Klondike. I love Klondike. All right, that is all. We will see you next time. I've got 2 videos. One is done and just needs to be posted. One is edited. So at least 2 videos coming out this week. Hopefully a couple more, but we'll see how it goes. So stay tuned. I've got, like I said, we're changing the game here. We're like almost everything we're doing, it's getting more efficient. We're changing it up. And when I get my head around something like I got blinders on. So we're going to go fast, as fast as I can. And hopefully you guys can take some of our ideas and use those for yourself as well. So until next time, as always, everybody, stay safe.